Neil Druckmann, in an old interview, stated that Ellie is a lesbian and this is a matter of the script. Let's see if this is the case. Is Ellie a lesbian by design, or is it all to please feminism and homosexuality? Do you know what I hate most about art? When something for the sake of tolerance. But back to Ellie, is she a victim of native propaganda of homosexuality, or is her orientation scripted? Let's figure it out. Adolescent girls often confuse tender friendship with falling in love. This is due to the fact that girls always show much more feelings and emotions than boys, and in adolescence it is often difficult for girls to distinguish strong emotions from each other. This is exactly what happens with Ellie in relation to Riley. Riley was her best friend. Their kiss was not an indicator of sexual attraction, the kiss was an indicator of acceptance of each other as the closest people. Ellie confuses a strong feeling of friendship and affection with love. Ask any of your friends and most of them will say that with them there were similar situations at this age. In life, such cases of homosexuality in girls pass closer to 14 to 16, when they begin to see men as protectors, support and a sexual object. But Ellie is in a post-apocalyptic world where there is no place for children, let alone their feelings. And here it is necessary to consider what role men play in Ellie's life. Let's start with Joel. He almost to the very end perceives Ellie as a ballast, a burden, an annoying child. Further, Bill, who directly tells Joel that this girl will kill him and it would be better for him to return her to where he found her. Sam is the only child character in the game that Ellie interacts with after Riley's death. Moreover, Sam is a boy. And at this stage, Ellie could well fall in love again, but now with the boy and it is quite possible to become heterosexual. Ellie sympathizes with Sam. Throughout the whole time they play with each other, communicate. Ellie picks up a robot for Sam, which Henry forbade to take with him, thereby showing concern. And the next morning, Sam is infected. Henry kills him first, and then kills himself. The girl is 14 years old and for the second time in her life she loses someone who was dear to her. And it would be possible to soften this pain if Ellie had the opportunity to speak out to Joel, but instead, Joel once again pushes her away. Further, David, at first he shows friendliness to Ellie, they resist the infected together, then David helps with medicines, thereby saving Joel, who by this moment becomes very close to Ellie, and then David catches Ellie, as an animal locks in a cage. In front of they butcher a dead man and it turns out that Ellie is in the hands of ogres. Moreover, it seems to me that at some points he shows sexually sadistic inclinations towards Ellie. After a couple of days in captivity, David decides to dismember Ellie alive. They put her on the table and almost kill her, but Ellie manages to escape by cunning. What follows is the darkest and most powerful scene in the history of video games. David in a confined space plays the hunter, and Ellie as the victim. He will almost kill her, he will kick her, mock her, show his superiority, humiliate Ellie in every possible way, force her to beg him for mercy and, as a result, almost strangle her. Ellie miraculously draws a weapon and, in a fit of fear, anger and despair, kills David. And now, after analyzing all this, tell me, how can Ellie love men? All the way they hurt her, disappointed her, tried to kill her. In Ellie's life, men are a source of direct danger, along with the infected. Tommy and Joel are the only exceptions to the rule. But how to love men if none of them could replace Riley or come closer in closeness and tenderness to Riley? No way, ask any psychologist. But the girl in the game, on the contrary, is very kind to the Kellys. They take care of her, support her in every possible way and help her. That Marlene, that Tess, that Maria, they all treat Ellie as an equal and as a person. Because that's how women are supposed to be, to show maternal instinct when meeting a lonely, frightened child, in a world without compromise for him. Ellie is not a product of LGBT propaganda. Ellie was not created to please the trends of society, to put tolerance where it is not needed, if only it was there. No, Ellie is like that, because the world of the game is like that. Ellie is a lesbian because it's a subtle piece of script work, not propaganda. And with this video, I hope I proved it to you.